now we have our frequency set. We find someone in real life or on a dating site, and we're like, oh, they have my same frequency. How do you ask them out?
Oh, that's great. You have any thoughts?
You send lots of weird emojis over Bumble. No.
Okay, don't do that. Delete.
Don't do that.
I'm really trying hard not to. I know I've heard of Bumble, but is that particularly dating, or is that just like a communication app? It is a dating app.
Mm-hmm. It's where women get to choose the person.
Oh.
And then the guys have 24 hours to respond whether they'd like to talk to you. But guys can't approach the women on that site.
If you put a camera on, it'll be a game show.
That's interesting.
It's cool. I like that compatibility.
Well, cool.
Anyway,
how else? How else?
Besides the emojis, you should. Okay, if you're gonna ask someone, if you're nervous to ask someone out, that's normal. If you're like genuinely terrified to ask someone out, you shouldn't be asking them out.
No.
Because either you don't know them well enough to get into a relationship with them, or you don't really want to get in a relationship.
I have a good one on that.
Oh, that's good.
So post school and like I don't go to school right now, and I've been graduated for many years. And I don't have like a workplace. I mean, I work, but I don't have like a group of people. Office community. So for someone like me, if I'm meeting someone, if I'm not meeting them like through a dating site, and I'm like, hey, let's go on a date. It's more like I see people one time for 10 minutes, and it's like I might get that vibe. But that's really hard to close that deal in that 10-minute window or 30-minute, 45-minute window when I'm out hiking. So what are some tips on, adults who don't see people all the time, the same people all the time?
Yeah, it's not a natural setup.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I would say, because like I can't really speak because I'm still in school, which is good. But I would say like if I were in someone like that's shoes, I would say maybe like. Maybe get their number and be like, text them later on, say like, hey, I really enjoyed talking with you that one time. I was wondering if you want to go grab coffee, whatever time you're free, and then you could like go off from that, and then eventually you guys would become, friends or whatever, and then you'd feel more comfortable too.
Well, and I think it's even clear for me when I have been asked out because I have been dating, and somebody says, I'm really interested in learning more about you. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd like that. Like I don't want to date you. I mean, there's an agenda loaded with that almost. I'm interested in getting to know you. You got a great smile, or oh my gosh, you have such positive energy. I'd like to get to know you better. Are you available for a coffee or a smoothie or a hike or whatever?
Interesting. So
what? Only drinks.
Well, and I recommend that people keep alcohol out of the first part of dating, but a lot of people do it. They're like, okay, let's go get a glass of wine, or let's go get this. And that
might be kind of suppressing some subconscious.
Well, it's interesting for me because of what I do. I have a different, sharper, and maybe sometimes not necessary, for people. You can have a glass of wine and not really change who you are, but it's always interesting to me that I just kind of want to get to know you without alcohol being a part of it. Because alcohol alters us, and so just. I would like to get to know you unaltered, Not that that's a deal breaker, but
But it
maybe
does
if they
seem
start
like
doing shots, that's a problem.
Yeah, it seems like alcohol could lead more to
the imitation love.
Yeah, imitation love, and what's the other word where you're just complimenting each other,
that's the affirmation, the praise, power, pleasure, and safety. You're just giving that back and forth. You're just trading imitation love versus really loving, caring.
So no alcohol would probably lead more to not that and more about the.
Well, and what Brooke said is people are nervous, and sometimes alcohol is a crutch for people not to be more less nervous and feel more comfortable. But that's an alarm bell for me if you have alcohol.
Especially even for yourself, if you're relying on alcohol to feel comfortable with the person that you're about to go
on a date with,
then you shouldn't be going on a date with them. Either you need to have more friend time, or you need to
get to know them.
Get to know them better. Yeah, get to know them better. Because being nervous is fine, but being genuinely scared should be an alarm bell.
Yeah,
should be kind of something that's
So go ahead.
Another thing to meet people is like you were saying earlier. Like I'm competitive. I like basketball. I like tennis. I like games. I like this. So going to a meetup or going to an event. Like a gaming event, they have those, and signing up and going and spending $200 to go to an event or at a convention center. And so you're going to be around people that are in that same interest, you know, or people that are podcasting, or people that are making content for podcasts. And you're like, okay, what do you do with that?
Where do these people go?
Yeah,
Let's go there.
do they go to WeWork? Do they go to, you know, webinars and seminars? And how, so you just do, and so,
Man.
and if, what?
It's just like whenever I moved to Austin from, you know, a country,
Rural,
in the rural
yeah.
area, I was like, now they actually have meetups of things that I like. I can actually start going to those now that I'm in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to one. So I moved here full time in October. I've been to meetups, but you just made me realize, like, that was my plan the whole time, and I haven't been doing it.
Genius. I'm just reminding you of your own genius.
No, you're
That's
genius.
it. No, that's it. No, that's yours, because there's a win-win. You go, you still enjoy what you're doing, but you're open to being connected to somebody. You're open to having that spark or that interest of getting to know them and date them, you know, and be a friend with them more in a place that you enjoy what you were doing.
Keep going. I just gotta. Where's my pen?
I have pins right there by you,
Okay,
Brooke.
I need to write this down. Go to meetups.
Well, and like go
Because I don't know why I forgot.
or like in movie meetups or premiere meetups or hiking meetups, or, you know, things that are I tell people there are those ones that have meetups that are like a whole day, and they have like a person talking about quantum physics, a person talking about butterflies, a person talking about just random cool, you know, things. And it's like being able to be exposed to something new. Like, do you like museums?
I mean, I don't go a lot, but I would enjoy that.
Do you like bookstores? Do you like books?
I don't read.
Huh? So you wouldn't go to a bookstore or a library opening.
I go to a game store opening. You're right though. On
You
that.
know, that would be fun
Now,
for you.
I used to go to actually a lot of meetups for hiking whenever that relationship ended, and that was actually really fun. It wasn't so much me going out to meet a new partner, but it was me going to be with other like-minded people, and I got a lot of friends from that.
Yeah. And if you're playing pickleball and you play pickleball at the same time always, or you go to the same yoga gym or you do the same yoga class, just go to yoga at another time. Go to pickleball at a new place. You know, just open it up so that more people can move in and out.
Also, if you're going to do things, like if your motivation to leave the house is just to find a partner, I mean, I feel
That
like
puts a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and also it would take away the fun from it. Because, like, if, for example, if you were to go to that hiking meetup just to find a girlfriend, and you weren't going there to hike or to meet new friends or to learn something about nature or about hiking or anything, then that would kind of take all the fun out of it. And you'd kind of be sitting there like, I could be, you know, learning about all this stuff, but I'm just going to see that girl looks pretty. Maybe she's interested in me. That girl's looked at me twice. You know, I don't know.
Right.
I'm saying that would be stressful.
That makes sense. You kind of get caught up in that and don't. Hey.
Well, you go visit with her. She wanted to see you before you left.